Om Swastiastu. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semua and good afternoon to you all. My name is Arshita Katina Rianto and I'm from class 8K. Today, I would like to take the opportunity to tell you more about new normal, a term which is often used since the coronavirus is ruling over the world. Let's start from the beginning. In January, China announced that a very fast-spreading virus leaded to many hospitalizations and deaths in their country. The Chinese government named this virus Corona, and they've decided to close their borders in order to avoid a worldwide spread of this virus. Unfortunately, it wasn't fast enough, and a European traveler has brought this virus to Italy, and from there it spread throughout Europe. Then came back to other Asian countries and is now everywhere in the world. Several countries like the USA and Russia are now working on a vaccine, but the cure hasn't been found yet. The virus, nowadays called COVID-19, is ruining economies of most countries, leads to a huge amount of unemployment, and even creates discussions among the people. Some do question whether the stories regards to COVID-19 are all true. Some believe that the stories are exaggerated. Others instead do believe that the governors are sharing facts and do avoid crowds and follow safety protocols. The majority of the people do believe that COVID-19 will be part of our existence. So we need to create a new normal in which we can continue our daily lives, but we do need to consider safety protocols in order to protect our own health and others. The business which is hit the hardest is the tourism pillar. Especially for Bali, this pillar is of extreme importance, while 80% of the population does get direct or indirect income from tourism. While our borders are closed for international tourists since April 2020, Bali had hardly had any income since. There was huge hope when Governor Wayan Koster announced that the borders might reopen again in September 2020. But this has been postponed until at least the end of 2020. For Bali, this was devastating news. The national government in Jakarta and also the local government of Bali were fast to decide that all tourism players should be well prepared when the borders reopen again and the term new normal was introduced. Although the tourism industry was hit the hardest, the effects by COVID-19 was felt by everybody, as well by us students. For us students, this means that we are not able to go to school since March 2020, and it looks like this will continue until at least the end of 2020. So, education is given by online systems like Google Classroom, Google Meeting, and WhatsApp are the most common apps used by teachers and students to share knowledge and return assignments. As we most all probably agree on, this is far from ideal. Students miss contacts with their friends and direct contacts with teachers, in which is much better explained and better understood. So now, with online education, the students must have a strong discipline to do self-education as well. The local government of Bali and also the national government in Jakarta quite fast came up with the term new normal. They understood that sometimes people need to leave their home for work, visit a doctor, and etc. New normal is actually a collection of several regulations which needs to be followed by everybody living in Indonesia and also by companies like malls, banks, travel agents, hotels, schools as well. With respecting and following these regulations, the chance that the virus will continue to spread will be kept as small as possible. New normal health protocols should be followed by everybody. Are as follows. The first one is, once entering a building like schools, restaurants, malls, and etc., we should wash our hands first, then let security check our temperature. Number 2, we need to wear a mask once leaving our home. Number 3, we need to keep social distance with others for at least 1.5 meters and do avoid big crowds. Number 4, we need to wash our hands regularly with soap and water, or disinfect our hands with hand sanitizer. And the last one is, in case we have the COVID-19 symptoms, don't go outside and do self-quarantine. That means for 2 weeks, avoid contacts with others, and in case the symptoms becomes worse, a medical team must be called for further action. Some regulations which fall under new normal and which need to be followed by companies like hotels, travel agents, schools, restaurants, banks, malls are as follows. Number one, a clear health protocol should be visible by all students, staffs, and visitors. Number two, a wash basin with soap and hand sanitizer must be prepared throughout the area. Number three, the temperature of everybody who would like to enter needs to be checked. In case the temperature is 37.5 degrees Celsius, entrance is prohibited and the visitor should be advised to visit a clinic. And the last one is, the area of the building and the building itself must be disinfected regularly. These are examples of regulations which form together the standard of new normal, according which we need to live. Time by time, this might be adjusted. It depends on how the virus will behave. With these new normal protocols, the government sincerely hopes that the fear among the people will slowly disappear and that the spread of this virus will be much less than it currently is. Hopefully, following these new normal protocols, together with the future vaccine, will be the solution to weaken this virus. Please follow the new normal protocol so that we can start our daily lives with new normal protocols soon. Only if we care together, we will win from this virus. I would like to thank you for your time. Stay safe and healthy. Om Santi 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 Om. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.